Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this simple but beautiful Asooke hairband with bow. If you are interested in learning how to make it, then this video is for you. I used 2 away to make it and I had some leftovers after making it. Here are the materials needed to make it: Asooke, matching thread and needle, velcro or magic gum, pins, measuring tape, chalk, scissors. So let's get started. Okay, I'll measure and cut out 19 inches. You can see I have them in 2. Next, I'll be joining them together. I'll overlap by 1/4 inch and take to my sewing machine and I'll sew. This is it after joining them. Next, I want it to be the front part. Okay, so I'll turn to the back. I will measure 1 inch at the top here and I will fold in. Okay, I'll measure 1 inch and I'll fold in. Okay, then I'll take to my sewing machine. I'll be sewing. You see where the pins are, that's where I'll be sewing on it. Okay, this is it after folding in the 1 inch. I'll turn to the front part. Okay, from the top here I'll measure 2 inches and I'll form a plate. You can see from the 2 inches mark, you can see I should leave about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch gap. You can see. Okay, I'll take to my sewing machine. You can see where I attached the pin. I will sew from beginning to the end here. This is it. Next, from the last plate that I just made, I'll measure another 2 inches and I'll take it up. Okay, I'll take to my sewing machine. I'll be sewing where I inserted the pin. Okay, I'll continue like that and make extra 2 more plates after this. Okay, I'll make 2 more plates. Okay, this is it after making 2 more plates. Okay, so time to make the last one. I'll measure another 2 inches. Okay, then I'll take it up. I'll hold the middle part with pin first. I don't want to sew this last one. Okay, you can sew it if you want. You can sew it, but I don't want to sew it. Okay, then I'll come to the side here. I will shift it. Okay, I will shift it to meet up with the first plate. Then I'll hold with pin. I'll repeat the same thing for this side. Okay, then I'll take to my sewing machine and I'll sew on it on the 2 sides. Okay, this is it after sewing it. Next, I'll cut out 2 4 inches. Okay, next I'll be sewing the 4 inches part. Okay, this is the 4 inches part. I'll be sewing it to the plaited band. Okay, I'll fold in half like this. Okay, then this folded part I'll be placing it at the front. You can see what I'm doing. I'll make sure that I bring out the excess part. You can see I'll hold on to it. Then I'll hold with pin. Then I'll take to the sewing machine. I'll now be sewing 1/2 inch here. Okay, this is it after sewing it. Then I'll pull it out. You can see. Then I'll be folding in the excess part at the back like this. You can see I'll fold it in. You can see what I did. Okay, then next, from where I joined them, okay, from where I joined the 4 inches part to the plaited band, I will measure 5 inches and I will fold in the excess part after the 5 inches. Okay, so I will fold the 5 inches, then I will fold it in. can see what I'm doing. Then next I'll take to my sewing machine and I'll sew from here to here. Okay, this is it after sewing it. Next, so I will get my velcro or magic gum. The measurement is 4 3/4 inches. You can see 4 3/4 inches. Next, you can see the way my band is placed. Okay, so I'll be placing the hash part on the left side. You can see this is the hash part. I'll place it on the left at the front. Then next, the soft part I will turn to the back and I'll be placing it here. Okay, then I will take to the sewing machine. I will sew the 4 sides. Okay, this is it after sewing the velcro to my plaited band. Next, I will cut out 4 12 inches. You can see. Then I will join these two together and I will join these two together. Okay, remember I'll be overlapping by 1/4 inch. Okay, I'll take to my sewing machine and I will sew. I'll repeat the same thing here. This is it after joining two together separately. You can see. Next, I will fold in 4. I will place them together, making sure that they are equal. You can see. I will hold with pin to keep in place. I'll come to this open part. I'll measure 3 inches and I'll mark it. I'll come here to, I'll measure another 3 inches and I'll mark. Okay, you can see. Then I'll curve it. You can see what I did, and I'll cut it out. Okay, I have done the same thing on this one. Okay, then I will place them together like this and I'll take to my sewing machine and I'll be sewing. But first I'll come here, I will mark turning in allowance. I think I'll mark 3 inches to turn it inside out. Okay, so I'll take to my sewing machine. I will sew from this mark, curve all the way to the other mark. I will leave here open to turn it inside out. Okay, this is it after sewing it. Next, I will turn it inside out. I'll arrange it well. Okay, this is it after turning it inside out. You can top stitch on it all round, or if you don't want to top stitch on it, just sew here. Okay, top stitch around this open part. I top stitched on mine. Okay, so next is to form a plait from here to here. Okay, I'll sew at the middle. Okay, when I'm done, I'll knot my thread. Okay, next is to cut out my loop. Okay, for the loop, I cut out 4 inches. Okay, next, I'll fold in 1/2 inch on both sides. You can see, I'll fold in half and I'll take to my sewing machine and I will sew. Okay, this is it after sewing it. Next, I'll fold in half like this and I'll be sewing 3/4 inch. Okay, this is it after sewing it. Next, I'll turn it over. Okay, next, I'll be passing my bow through it. The sewn part will be under. Okay, next I'll be attaching it to my plaited part. Okay, I'll fold the plaited part in half to get the middle. Okay, this is the middle. Okay, next I'll be sewing the bow to my band. I'll be sewing it on the 5th plate. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I'll sew it. I'll be placing it middle to middle, so I will first hold with pin to keep in place. Then I will sew. Okay, I'll make sure that the thread is not coming out from under this place. Okay, okay, I'm picking the first plate and the loop together. Okay. When I'm done, I'll knot my thread. Okay, I'll come to this one. I've already sewn the back here. I'll come here, I'll sew it. Okay, for extra hold, I'll be sewing down the remaining first plates on the both sides. Okay, so I'll come to the back. The first plate I'll take to my sewing machine and I will sew down. I'll repeat the same thing on this side. I will sew with my sewing machine, and that will be all. Okay, this is it after sewing. You can see the back. You can see how neat under is. So that is all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, thank you for viewing.